In 1902, construction workers were carrying out work in a house in Malta when they discovered an entrance into the ancient world. They had discovered the Hypogeum. Now, when you think of Malta, you probably think of crystal clear water, sandy beaches, colourful streets and architecture, and Popeye World. But as much as I'd love to, we're not here to talk about Popeye World. Instead, I want to talk to you about the ancient temples in Malta. Before Stonehenge, before the Great Pyramids of Giza, monuments were built here on this tiny island nation. These structures were light years ahead of their time, and at one point we believe they were the oldest freestanding structures on Earth. Despite being the 10th smallest country on Earth, you will find temples everywhere. The most famous of all these temples, like we said in the start, is the Hypogeum, which was found by accident. The Hypogeum was abandoned and almost lost to history after the Maltese Temple Culture collapsed, hidden beneath the ground until it was rediscovered in 1902, changing our understanding of the ancient people of Malta. Now, as there's no written records from this time, the reasons for building all these structures is still not fully understood. The Hypogeum may have first been used as far back as 4000 BC, and the mystery around this place keeps us talking about it to this day. Now, maybe you're thinking, why should I see the Hypogeum over all the other temples on this island? Around 3300 BC, this site became more than just a place to house the dead in caves. As you go deeper underground, you'll find the true beauty of this site as you go deep into the middle level. Now, this is where you'll find the Holy of Holies, a temple carved into the limestone. If you were allowed to take photos down here, this is the one you'd take for your Instagram. That's right, pictures aren't actually allowed down here. This is due to conservation concerns, and they actually only allow 10 people down here per time, and there's only a few tours a day, so make sure you book in advance. And if you're only coming here for your likes on Instagram, well, maybe this isn't the place for you. Also on this level, this is where you'll find the decorated room. And as the name suggests, it's, well, decorated, and you'll find it decorated with geometric spirals. Now, the oracle room. When you look above you, you'll see these beautiful red spiral patterns. But in this room, it's not necessarily what you see that makes the room so impressive, but what you can hear. The oracle room is only a small chamber, but in here, low frequency sounds can almost be felt as much as heard. Any ritual that they would have taken part down here would have been amplified, and this would have made it either more spiritual or maybe more scary. Now, if you really enjoyed visiting the Hypogeum and you want to go see other temples, it tickled your pickles, so to speak, then I'm going to take you through some of the temples you can see on the islands of Malta. Let's take a trip to the Tarxien Temple. For our next ancient site, we find ourselves just 10 minutes up the road from the Hypogeum, so you can do both temples in one day. The temple has been dated to approximately 3100 BC and was discovered in 1914 by local farmers ploughing a field. Excavation of the site reveals that it was used extensively for rituals which probably involved animal sacrifice. Here you'll find intricate stonework which includes depictions of domestic animals. The last place I'm going to talk about is Ggantija. This mysterious megalithic temple complex can be found on the island of Gozo, and is considered the second oldest man-made religious structure. We believe that Ggantija was a temple dedicated to the goddess of fertility. In local legend, they believed that a giantess, who only ate fava beans and honey, had a child from a local man, and built the temple by herself, with the children hanging on her shoulder. However this site was built, it is a sight to behold, and definitely somewhere you should visit if you're ever in Malta. Thank you for joining me on this brief overview of the temples of Malta, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.